Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. This guy right here, Jarrell Anderson, is back in the mix. He signed with Frank Warren over there at Queensberry out of the UK. His 18 wins, 15 KOs, 1 loss. He got knocked out by the big African man, Bacoli. Anyway, he stands at 6'4", 78.5-inch reach. And he has a fight coming up. He is going to be fighting Solomon Decrease, who has 10 wins, 1 loss. The thing about the guy who's going to be fighting, right? Let me just pull it up and show you who he is, so y'all can get an idea. This is who he's fighting. Solomon Decrease, 6'5". They don't have his reach on here. He's 32, from the UK. 10 wins, 3 KOs, 1 loss. So he's not a knockout puncher. He did have a loss when he stepped up in competition. When you come and take a look right here, he lost in the first round by knockout to David Adderley. David Adderley is someone who's making noise in the heavyweight division. But it just showed when he did step up, he wasn't able to quite cut it. If you look at some of the other names on his record, I mean, you're not going to really make out any of the names. But the bottom line, he bounced back with a unanimous decision win in July last year. So here it is nearly a year later. He's going to be fighting Jarrell Anderson. Now, I want to say this about Jarrell Anderson. You know, good luck to Jarrell Anderson, who is coming off of a, February. So he'll out the ring 15 months. He's coming off of a 15-month layoff, right? I think it's a perfect fight for him. If he can beat this guy, then he's on to the next. If he can't beat him, then Jarrell Anderson's boxing career is over. But this is the problem for Jarrell Anderson. Y'all really think Frank Warren picked up a yank? Because that's how they see it. They picked up a yank to bring him over to the UK for the yank to come out there and beat all of his British fighters? Nah. You know why they picked up Jarrell Anderson? They're going to put some money in his pocket. They're going to get him active, help him establish a bit of a profile in the UK, and they're going to feed him to Itauma. And Itauma is going to tranquilize him. They also had David Adderley, who they can feed him to. They got Daniel Dubois. There's a lot of fighters, heavyweight fighters, on Frank Warren's roster that they can feed Jarrell Anderson to. Now, Jarrell Anderson can fight, but we don't know where he's at here. He seems to be a little bit Sesame Street, you know what I'm saying? Can you tell me how to get... I'm just being real. So we'll see how he does when he gets in there with this guy Solomon Decrease. But I gotta be real with y'all. If he clips him, Jarrell Anderson should not think Frank Warren is his friend. You know, do not go after this fight into a fight with an Itauma. No, man, take a few more fights against these kind of soft, mediocre, I say soft to medium touches. If I was to rate the fighters on a scale of 1 to 10, I say some of these 4 to 7 level type fighters. Get up 2 or 3 of those in, then bubble up. Now you're fighting more like a level 8 to 9 type fighters before you start messing with special, great, and elite fighters. Because Jarrell Anderson, look, I don't think Jarrell Anderson's got it all. I think he's got to get his confidence back. And I would just hate for him to go out there messing around with, this guy, Solomon Decrease, and trusting the promoter, Frank Warren, and then Frank Warren tee him up to get knocked out cold by an Adderley or by an Itauma. Even David Adderley. Let me show y'all who he is. David Adderley is another one of those, another killer out there. And he gave Hrgovic all Hrgovic can handle. So David Adderley is a really good fighter, strong fighter. And this is him here looking crazy in this picture and shit. I don't know what the hell kind of look he going for here. Maybe he think he a playboy and shit. Think he a stud or something, man. But anyway, that picture is crazy as hell. But 14 wins, 13 KOs, 2 losses. 1 was by knockout. He lost to Wardy by knockout. And went the distance with Hrgovic in a fight where he was landing some really good shots. But he's another guy about 6'5", 92% KO ratio. Look, man, out of his 14 wins, 13 by knockout. He's got some power. When is he going to... He last fought in August. So they're probably looking to get him set up, man, for a fight. But the bottom line is, they don't want to put him in here with this guy. This guy right here is a problem. Adelaide has already fought stiff competition. You know what I mean? And he performed very well against Hrgovic. But again, that's the direction I think they're going to take Jarrell Anderson. Look, Jarrell Anderson, man, he's had his challenges. He's had his issues. You can see that at points in time where it seemed like he didn't want to do it anymore. You know, he just want to make some money and bounce. But now maybe he kind of, rededicated himself to the sport. And I hope he can go on a really good run. Make some good money. Possibly pick up a title. But I'm just telling you, he got an uphill battle in front of him, man. You know, and it starts with this guy, Solomon. Do I think Solomon beats him? I don't know. Depends on where Jarrell Anderson is here. But as far as going beyond that guy and messing around with Itauma, David Adelaide, or the Hrgovics, or the Jarrell Big Baby Miller, that's the fight they should make. Matter of fact, Jarrell Big Baby Miller just signed with Frank Warren, didn't he? That's the fight they need to make. I think Jarrell Big Baby Miller just signed with Frank Warren. Anyway, I know he's fighting soon. He got hooked up. But the bottom line, if they can make that fight, that's the fight to make. Jarrell Anderson against Jarrell Big Baby Miller. The real Big Baby against this guy right here. It would be good. But anyway, man, Jarrell Anderson's back. Good luck to him. I just think he better be careful. Be careful with his career. But at the same time, you can't be scared. Scared man can't win. But Anderson against Itauma, there's some people who think that Anderson will beat him. Got the speed, IQ, timing, got the power. I'm like, I know, okay, he has some good speed, he has good power. But again, we're talking about Itauma. I don't see how people are getting this shit that Jarrell Anderson right now is ready for Itauma. I don't think he'll ever be ready for him. Ever. That's just me being real. But there are some other fights out there for him. But again, start off with a 3 to 7. If I rate this guy on a scale of 1 to 10, 3, 4 to 7. That's it. Get 3 or 4 of those under your belt. Then worry about something else. But right now, don't let them ruin you. And that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to feed them to them champions. Them guys who are out there doing the business. Just my opinion. Anyway, good luck to Jarrell Anderson. He's back. For how long, though? In the breeze.